Razer, you continue to make me a fan, and this time with one of the prettiest little mice I've ever used. Good afternoon and welcome to Turbo Tortoise Tech. If you're new here, I'm Razer, the 4-piece round here, triple XL. And I've not necessarily been the biggest fan of Razer under the sun. Honestly, for a very long time, I only really kind of championed their keyboards. But as time's gone on, they've continuously improved not only their internals, but their external finish, polish, and build quality. And this is just a great example of that. The Cobra comes in as like a miniature Viper. It's an ambidextrous type design, and the included package and contents and, like I say, internals have been seriously dialed up to 11. So let's start off with what's in the box. You get a mouse, obviously. You get a very nice braided cable. You get a very nice 2.4 gigahertz dongle, absolutely minute little thing. A connecting block for the Type-C to Type-A so that you can have all of that on your desk for quick switching onto the cable if you need to charge your mouse. Then it comes, the cable also has a really nice rubber strap for you if you're on the go and you need to pack it up and take it along with you, and nice little garrets or like rubber endings, rubber caps over here for the USBs. There's the obligatory manual and a set of stickers, and honestly a very nice little letter about their continued pursuit of excellence in the gaming field and being one of the first, if not the first, to make a gaming dedicated mouse, and a continuation of that spirit. And what a way to continue that spirit. This little guy, with all of its light beams and no holes, weighs 77 grams. It's got really good coverage from the PTFE feet on the bottom. There's a little hatch door over there as well, so that you can store your dongle when you're on the go. You're going to see obviously the Bluetooth and the 2.4 gigahertz mode, and then a profile switch, which I put around the bottom to make sure that the profile button doesn't get bumped during competitive play. Along the left hand side, you've got the default thumb buttons with a nice bit of rubberizing underneath that. Some people I know are going to be turned away by that rubberizing, and there's just more of that along the right hand side of the mouse. Along the top, you're going to see a double DPI switch, so you can go up and down on the mouse at any point in time. And so you don't have to cycle, which is kind of nice. So if you need it instantly to get to the right one, it's just going to be quicker with having like a sequential type of setup. Then obviously you've got the scroll at the two clicks, the left and the right click, with that very nice cupping type effect, those sort of hollowed out valleyed buttons over there. They do click really far back on the top over here if you need to claw, but this is quite a small and dainty little mouse. It's, like I said, it's mostly like the Viper, just made a bit shorter. It's about the same width, if not, I would say a little bit narrower as well than the Viper, just on memory and feel. But even on my big hand, it feels pretty damn nice because that central hump is quite pronounced over there. So it does cup into the hand really nicely. And I think for especially like fingertip users and such, with the way that they've done the side indents on the sucker, it is going to make it like really nice for fingertip type of users, and well, anybody, claw, palm, fingertip. I never had a problem with the shape of the mouse, just a little bit on the size, because I'd say it is a little bit smaller for me than I would like. So what about the internals and the performance thereof? Well, this thing now clocks a 750 IPS rating with a 70G acceleration and 30,000 DPI's worth of sensitivity. I scale of 400, so I didn't use 29,600 of that DPI, but I did max it out to make sure it didn't jitter and stuff, and it will be fine. If you've got a 4K monitor and you want to use it on that, don't worry, the sensor delivers, as you'll see from some of the gameplay that'll be on your screen now. I had a good time. I was playing some Tarky, I was playing some CS, and yeah, it's just honestly, it's really good. It felt very comfortable very quickly. The clicks as well have pretty good audio and don't feel hollow. The bounce back time and stuff on them is absolutely perfect. The performance of this product, it's sick. It's really good. 77 grams is, you would say, maybe a little bit heavy for a mouse this size, but it's got this beautiful light beam included in it and the hatch door, and I think it's just been made a little bit more flexible than direct, like only FPS type of gameplay. and it's still, I mean, it's 77 grams. It's still incredibly light. I do daily drive of 59 grams, so it did feel a little bit heavy compared to what I daily drive. I mean, obviously you're going to notice a nearly 50% increase in weight to something like this, but the fact that it's wireless and that the battery life was pretty damn good. If you leave it in its default mode, it's got some auto dimming and stuff that happens with it, and you're not really going to have a problem with battery life or longevity thereof. You're probably only going to need to charge it once every, say, 3 to 4 days with normal sort of usage. If you're using it 10 hours a day, expect every 2 days that you're going to probably need to charge it, but it does charge up pretty quickly. I went from 42% to full in less than an hour just off the USB. So it's got no problems with its internal battery. Everything there is working pretty damn well. You've got your Razer Synapse software once again with hypershift, so with holding in a shift key you can redo assignments on this mouse and just have a little bit of extra. And the fact that it's got a Bluetooth mode as well as the 2.4 means that you can use it when you're on the go, and I can't help but feel for the mobile gamers, people with laptops and people with maybe smaller hands, which is the majority of the human race these days, then this is going to feel and fit absolutely perfectly into your hand. I would like to see them make a product for lefties as well, so they could just switch the thumb buttons around, because it's an ambidextrous type design. But if you're holding this in your left hand, clicking with your ring finger is not a vibe, let's be real from that perspective. But performance and everything aside, I have to say it's honestly one of the prettiest products that I've tested in recent memory. It just absolutely stuns, especially with that light beam around the bottom. It just looks absolutely incredible. The build quality as well, Razer's kind of unmatched when it comes to ultralight products. The plastics and the materials that they use in their product are just better than almost anything else that I test. They are head and shoulders above the rest. And honestly, they should be. With the price points that they are asking for these, they are on the ultra premium end. This mouse will set you back like 2,700 Rand for this Cobra Pro. And I still love it, don't get me wrong. I would still highly suggest it. If it's going to fit for your specific needs and requirements, you don't have to worry about any area of performance or feel or anything. I have absolutely no notes for this. It's genuinely, just as a standalone product, let's take price out of it, how it functions, its performance, etc. It's a genuine 10 out of 10 product. There's absolutely nothing that needs to be changed over here. But yes, you are going to pay a premium to get access to it. And yeah, after that, I don't think you're going to be able to use anything else after the fact. And if the sensor or the wireless at least does die, then you've still got this really nice HyperFlex cable, which then just connects in the front over there via Type-C. So if you lose the cable, you can just get another one. Like, it's been cleverly set up so that it'll have some flexibility, and it's clearly been made for people on the go and people going to like events and stuff, or people that have mobile need like with like a laptop or something like that, and perhaps you don't even want to use the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, and you can just use the Bluetooth mode to do your spreadsheeting or whatever the case is. But obviously you're going to want to use the 2.4 gigahertz for when you're in gameplay, because yeah, it's kind of sublime. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I wanted to test this. I was hoping it was a bit bigger, but I'm actually really okay with it being smaller, because people with small hands need good mouse too. Anywho, that is all I have for you on the Razer Cobra Pro. If you have enjoyed this review, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.